everybody, welcome back to my channel. Joe, my co-host, is back here snoozing as always. So today I wanted to talk about acne. So I am not wearing any face makeup. I only have some NYX Tinted eyebrow gel on, mascara, and a lippy. When I first started breaking out, which was about 2 years ago, the first thing I did was go on YouTube and kind of hear and try to kind of get some inspiration on everybody else's videos, but every video that I found was, 2 years old already. From then it was like 2 years old, 4 years old. And so I kind of wanted to make an updated video, and I kind of want to touch a little bit on everything that I feel like people might ask in the future. So I just want to kind of jump in. I don't want to time jump too much. I kind of want to keep it in order of how things happened up until now. So I never really broke out in high school. I never had any problems with acne. I would like break out every now and again, but it was nothing serious. I'd get a pimple here and there, but it was nothing worth noticing or nothing going to a doctor. So I didn't really start wearing makeup regularly until I was about a senior in high school. My parents didn't really see putting makeup on as like a way of expression. They kind of just thought it was too mature for me growing up. So I didn't really start wearing makeup until like high school. And so when I started putting on makeup, it was fun. And I kind of dove deeper into makeup probably a year or so after high school. It was still really hard for me to wear makeup because I feel like nobody in my family really, they didn't really see makeup as being so accepted. I am Mexican American, so doing any kind of like tattoos or crazy body piercings or makeup or anything detrimental to your face or any kind of like, how would I put it? Like anything crazy. So when I would wear makeup, people would kind of comment on it. My sister would be like, oh, why are you wearing so much makeup? Or my brothers would kind of give me a look, and they never really said anything though. So it's not until recently, I want to say within the last year, or yeah, probably like the last year or two, I really got really comfortable with it. I started wearing makeup a lot, and it kind of goes hand in hand. So high school, never really broke out. I didn't start breaking out until about 2 years ago. I thought maybe it was stress related. I had never really been put under stress at any point in my life, anything crazy at least. So I figured, okay, I've never been under stress. I read a lot about it. People break out when they're stressed out, and it happened. 2 years ago, I was moving from Florida to Indiana. That's where my boyfriend is from, and his dad wasn't doing so good, so we decided to move down there. Now, my family did not see it as a good decision. They thought maybe me going there was a bad choice. They thought it wasn't a good idea. They thought, I would be stuck there forever. So I moved down there. My parents, were not so supportive. Me and my mom were fighting a lot at the time. And when I moved there, she didn't talk to me the entire time I was there, up until like, I think like a week before she found out that I was coming back down. So I figured, okay, well, I'm under a lot of stress. My family's not really talking to me. It's just causing me to break out. I never went to a doctor because I kind of just figured, okay, self-diagnosis. I'm really stressed out. I'd never broken out. So that's what it is. I'm breaking out because I'm stressed out. So I come back down to Florida. We were up in Indiana for, I want to say like maybe not even. I think like 3-4 months. And we came back down to Florida. I'd never left Florida before. I was, born and raised here. I was always really close to my parents. I never moved. Even now, I don't really live too far from them. And so being away was hard. It was hard on everybody. But it was hard on me because I felt like I wasn't talking to anybody. I didn't really talk to anybody from my family, coming from like kind of a closer knit family. It was kind of hard. So I figured, okay, I'm breaking out because I'm really stressed out. I'm not really talking to anybody. I'm not happy in Indiana. And then, so I came back down here. trying not to cry. It was a hard time. So I came back down here, and it was really stressful living back at home because I felt like everybody was against me and everybody was still so upset. Oh, I should have brought tissue. About me going down there, and they kind of mentioned it about it. So when I went down there, I went with the best intent. My my boyfriend's dad was not doing good at the time, and we were trying to help his brother out by moving down there and helping out with his dad and everything. And so it was hard not having anybody to talk to while I was there. So it was just a lot of stress, and I have health problems, which maybe I'll do another video before. So I was going to a doctor, and it was hard for me trying to find a doctor down there, and because all of my insurance was Florida based, so that was kind of hard too. So so I came back down, and I moved back in with my parents and my brother, and we were only there, basically they gave us, you know, okay, well, you have to move out. You're not allowed to stay here for more than 2 months. You have to move out. So where I work, I was able, luckily, to transfer from here to the same company where I was working in Indiana. And then when I left there, I was able to transfer back to the same place that I was working with, the same company. So it really worked out really well. And I thought maybe the moving and the back and forth and with my parents, I was breaking out. So it got better after I moved out. I felt like it got a lot better. Maybe not a lot better, but I felt like I could see a difference. So I figured, okay, well, it was definitely the stress. The stress. I'm so less stressed out now. Me and my boyfriend were under kind of a lot of pressure at the time. So we were saving up every single dollar that we could. We finally moved in, and we were happy. And I was like, okay, well, my face is going to get better. It started getting a little bit better. And then all of a sudden, it started getting worse. And I was like, well, I don't know why it's getting worse. I mean, I'm not under any stress. I'm working. My boyfriend's working. Everything is good. You know, there's no reason for me to be, you know, still breaking out. And so I went to the doctor. I went to like my primary doctor, and before I went to him, I looked into some different things on the internet, which, by the way, is probably the worst place to ever get medical attention. And the first thing my doctor told me was like, let me guess, you looked on the internet and now you have all these crazy ideas of like what's going on. So I was like, yeah, basically. So I was mostly just breaking out like in this area here, right here. If you can see, that's normally primarily where I break out. It's kind of like on my cheeks. And so I looked into it, and they're like, okay, well, it could be like a misbalance in your thyroids. You know, it could be just anything really. So I told him, I was like, well, is there any way you could do like a blood test and kind of just check my thyroids, make sure everything is okay, that nothing's like out of whack or anything. So he did a blood test, and everything came out okay. Nothing was wrong. Everything was okay. And he was like, I can send you to a dermatologist if you want. And at that point, I was like, you know what? No, I don't think I want to go to a dermatologist right now. I think I kind of just want to see where it goes. So my face kind of just kept getting worse, and everybody noticed. I never really... It was very uncomfortable for me, so I was wearing makeup a lot more, a lot heavier, a lot more full coverage. I was wearing a lot more, and you know, my boyfriend, I really do thank him because he tried really hard. But people commented on it every day, and it was hard, and he was always there to kind of, you know, say the right things, and sometimes he couldn't really say the right things, but it's just because there was nothing really that could make it better. So I still struggle with it sometimes, and some days are definitely better than others. But it got to the point where I would literally sit in my closet. I have like a walk-in closet. It's not like a small closet like this one. My closet's on that end. But I would sit in my closet, turn off the lights, and cry. And I feel so bad for my boyfriend because I was so emotional at that time. Everybody was commenting on it, and it was hard. And I didn't realize how people just don't have respect, and they commented on it, and like I feel like they didn't mean it in a bad way, and everybody kept giving me suggestions. They were like, well, it's because you're putting on so much makeup, you need to give your skin some time to breathe, you know, you need to wash your face more, you need to drink more water, you need to change your diet, you need to do all this. So I would just sit in my closet sometimes and just cry, and there was nothing anybody could say to make me feel better. My boyfriend definitely tried. I mean, after a little bit of crying, he'd come in and be like, you know, do you want to be in here? I'll sit in here with you. You, me, and Joe will sit in here. So it was hard. And I remember one time I went to the mall, and there's this guy. He has like a little thing in the middle of the mall, and he sells like homemade soaps and things like that. So I walked by, and I was looking at some of the stuff, and the guy like comes over and he was like, hey, I have some soap that will clear all of your acne up. You know, try this soap, mix it with this soap and this lotion and this and this and this and that, and your acne will be cured. You'll be cured and everything's gonna be perfect. So I was just so offended that he said that. And I want to get something out of the way now. Like, I don't want people to think that I wear makeup every day because I am ashamed of my skin. I'm not. Most days, 90% of the days, I am completely comfortable in my skin. I feel great. There's nothing, well, almost nothing that some people can say to me that'll really bring me down. And it took me a long time to kind of get to this point. And it was really hard. And at that time, I was already so vulnerable. So when he said that, like, my whole week was ruined. That's all I could think about. And I think like a couple weeks after that, where I work, somebody had came in, and it was from, I don't want to say the name of the place, but it's like, you know, one of those companies that people go and they basically sell makeup products. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what company I'm talking about, but they would sell makeup products. And so this lady came in, and I told her, I was like, oh, you know, you're not really allowed to solicit or sell things here. I'm sorry. I mean, you can leave a card, and if someone is interested, I'll let them know that you came. But so she was like, I don't wear makeup well, when I go to work, I wear makeup, but that's mostly because I enjoy doing my makeup. It's not because I'm ashamed of my makeup. There'd be days where I would wear makeup, and then I'd work in a different department and I wouldn't wear makeup. And sometimes when I was in that department, I would. And it just varied on how I felt that day, whether I wanted to wear makeup or not. I mean, most days when I'm not working, I still wear makeup. I still wear makeup, but I was out all day today with my mom and my brother, and we were out since like 10 o'clock, so from like 10 to 3. So we were out for a couple hours. We went a couple places, did a couple errands, and I didn't wear makeup. I was perfectly fine. I wore a tinted lip balm, and that's it. And I washed my face, and that's it. And that was perfectly fine. I went out with my boyfriend the other day. You know, there's days that I just don't wear makeup and I don't feel like putting on makeup, and that's fine. And there's some days where I'm like, you know what, I really want to put on makeup, and I put on makeup, and it's totally my decision. I don't want people to think that because I wear makeup, it's because I'm ashamed of my skin, or I don't like the way that my skin looks, or, you know, I'm having a bad skin day, or whatever it is. And I wear makeup because I enjoy it. It's something that I enjoy. And some days I'll just be home and not do anything and not go anywhere, and I want to do my makeup. And that's just what it is. So when she came in, she was just like, oh, I have really good makeup that will cover up all of that acne. I mean, you wouldn't even be able to tell. And I remember I was so offended when she said that. Like, immediately I like texted my boyfriend. I was like, you will not believe what just happened. And I told him what happened and what she had said to me, and she made like it so obvious, and I was like, wow, okay. Like, I get it, I have acne and it's noticeable, so I know that, you know, everyone's gonna maybe not look twice, maybe not everybody, but they're gonna see it and they're gonna be like, oh, she has acne, I feel so bad for her, you know, whatever the case may be. Nobody in my family really had acne that bad. I had a brother, he had acne in college. I don't know if that was just college related, but he went on Proactive, didn't work. My mom took him to a dermatologist, didn't work. Or, well, it worked then, but my mom has offered to take me to the dermatologist, and I've just kind of said no. I'm very comfortable with my skin, and it's hot in Florida. So no, I don't want to wear makeup every day, and I don't wear makeup every day, but when I go to work, I do put on makeup because it kind of relaxes me before I go to work. I listen to some music, I have some tea, and I kind of just enjoy the process. It's a process that I enjoy, and I like testing out new makeups. I like trying out new makeups, and I like it. But I don't wear makeup every single day. Yeah, I'll pop on a lip and like kind of just wear what I'm wearing now, and then just move on with my day. But people would make comments, and they still do make a lot of comments. A lot of my family, not a lot of my family, but some of my family members, including my mom, will make very harsh comments or say really inconsiderate things about my skin. And it's hard, and it's hard for me to not crack. And I know they mean it from a good place. I know they're just trying to give me suggestions of what to do, or, you know, you need to drink more water, or you need to change your diet, or you need to cleanse, or you're not washing your face, here, use this to wash your face, use this. And I just got like sick of it. And I remember I told my mom not too long ago, I was like, if you're gonna make comments on the way that I look, I'm not gonna want to hang out with you, because I feel like my mom is kind of my biggest judge. And it's harsh to say that, but me and her have always had kind of like an off again, on again relationship. But I feel like it kind of hurts the most when she says it, or when she says certain things to me. So I know they mean it from a good place, but I don't think they realize how much words do hurt. And they really do hurt. So I don't really think they see it that way. I think they see it like, we're trying to help, we're just telling you the truth. And you know, okay, I get it, you're telling the truth and you're trying to help, but sometimes people don't need that help. Sometimes they're perfectly fine. And I'm perfectly fine with having acne. She's offered to take me to the dermatologist. We've been at the dermatologist for, you know, other reasons, and then she's like, well, do you want me to, you know, maybe she can see us now, I'll pay for it, don't worry about it. And that, I don't want anything to do with it, you know. It's nothing that's hurting my health. It's nothing that's crazy. And I see that a lot of people do take Accutane and it works for them, and that's great and that's fine. But going that route, I feel, is just so harsh, and it's just a lot. I feel like I would never want to go down that route. I know a lot of people have taken Accutane, and you know, it's just for vanity purposes, really. I know some people have like cystic acne, which I had for a little while, and it was kind of painful at times. But even at that time, I feel like I would not have wanted to go on Accutane. And once I went to my doctor and I talked to him, and he was like, you know, there's nothing wrong. Your hormones are fine. Your thyroid is fine. You're perfectly healthy. Nothing's wrong with you. I just thought like, okay, well, nothing's wrong with me. Why would I want to go and get Accutane? Why would I want to go on a pill? Or, you know, why would I want to go and get like, you know, chemical peel or anything like that? That's just not me. So I was like, you know what, nothing is, nothing is wrong with me. It's just acne. It happens. It can happen to anybody. And I think it was just hard for me because I had just, it's only been 2 years since I've had my skin like this. And there are better weeks and better months, and there are worse months and, worse weeks. But it's not that big of a deal to me anymore. It still, hurts when people make comments. It's hard, and it's a journey for sure. My skin is never completely the same every single day. So the fact that I know that I'm healthy, I see my primary doctor very often. I see other doctors as well. So it's not like there's something wrong with me. Now, if me breaking out was due to some kind of like health issue, then okay, maybe I'll look into it or things like that. And it's just vanity. It really is. It's just for vanity. My skin did bother me for a very long time. And like once I started breaking out, and I was very emotional, I was very vulnerable, and anything anybody ever said to me about my skin was hard. And I commend my boyfriend for always standing by me and always saying such positive, loving words. And sometimes it was just to the point where I was like, nobody can say anything to make me feel better. It is what it is. But I feel like I'm at such a positive place right now with my skin, and it's still, there's better weeks, there's something that might throw me off and, things like that, but I just keep my skin routine the same. I'm not going to go crazy and try all of these crazy products and do this and that. Like right now, I use the Aveeno Naturals line, and I use the foaming face wash and the moisturizer that goes with it. And the face wash is just like a very light face wash. It's I use it in the morning and in the evening, and every couple of days I have like a little face wash that I use that is for exfoliating, to basically just get all the dead skin cells and stuff like that off of my face. But I mean, even when I do my makeup, trust me, I love a high coverage queen. I definitely am, but it's not something that I want to do every single day. It's not something that I feel like, oh my God, if I don't use something high coverage, I'm not leaving the house. Like the makeup, I use Dermacol mostly to cover up the redness, but that's really it. I don't put a huge thick amount all over my face. I know sometimes it looks like that, but I trust you, I'm using like the slightest amount. But these lights really blow out the foundation because it's not photo friendly. But I use like I use that as a base, and then I will go in with like a higher medium coverage, low high coverage foundation. And even when I do my makeup, you can still see my skin through it. You can still see some acne spots. You can see some, some of my scarring and things like that. And it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. I feel like my skin kind of makes other people more uncomfortable, more so than it makes me. And I just think it's so weird. I think that it's so bizarre that people try to put in their 2 cents with everything, and they don't even consider other people's feelings. And I think that's what hurt me the most, is that people went around thinking that they could say anything they wanted to anybody and that it was okay. And it's not. And everybody's acne is different. Some people have acne for reasons that are, unrelated to actual skin. I mean, people were always saying, oh, well, it's because of what you eat, or you're not drinking enough water, or this or that. And it's just a little much. It's acne. It's not the end of the world. It's not like your world ceases to exist if you don't have perfect skin. And there are some YouTubers that I did subscribe to because they had acne, and I thought that their acne was beautiful. I really did. And they have since went on Accutane, and their skin is different. So I feel like I can't really relate to that anymore. I still have their YouTube, you know, I'm still subscribed and everything, but I feel like them being on Accutane kind of changed my point of view on it. Like, I was like, I loved it when they owned the fact that they have acne, and it just made me feel so much more comfortable in my skin. So I just felt like, you know what, I'm going to make a YouTube channel. I'm going to do it from a different point of view. I have acne. There's nothing really that I can do about it. I mean, there is, but I'm not going to go down those roads. I mean, I have acne, and it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. Like, when it first started happening, I was like, oh my God, my boyfriend's going to leave me because I have horrible skin. And my boyfriend was like, you sound ridiculous. And, I'm sure at the time I did. But I just, you know, nobody is perfect, and it's just acne. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, I don't understand why people look at it so negatively. Like, 90% of the world does not have perfect skin. So I just feel like I want to take this channel in a different direction. Like, I feel like products on people with acne and without acne, it's very different. It's just like how it's very different when people have dry skin or when people have oily skin. It's just a bundle of different products that you have to use, and that's okay. And I just feel like I want to reach an audience that I would want to reach out if I were watching somebody. So the fact that if I had somebody like myself, like how I am now, probably a year ago, I think I would be where I am now a lot quicker. So I just feel very happy with where I am now. I'm happy in my relationship. I'm happy in my life most days. I'm happy with my co-host over here. I don't know if you can see him. I'm happy with my co-host. And I'm really happy with my YouTube channel. And I can't wait to see what else is, you know, going to come my way. I feel like I see YouTube kind of as a journal. And if other people can take something from my videos, I feel like that is amazing. So I was like, you know what, in today's video, I'm not going to wear makeup. And so in that first video, I didn't wear any makeup, and I was perfectly fine with it. And I was just like, you know what, people are probably going to ask questions in the future, or they're going to want to make comments, or maybe somebody that I know will take a look at the video and be like, oh, okay, well, she clearly knows she has acne. It's not groundbreaking. It's not anything that she already doesn't know. So I don't know. I just feel like people can take from this, and even like younger people who are in high school who probably have acne or are dealing with acne, or they know someone who is dealing with acne, and they can show them my video and they can feel better about it. Like, I think confidence is the most beautiful thing that anybody could wear. Like, a year ago, I was not so confident, and I do have days where I don't feel so confident, where I just feel like horrible about myself, and I feel bad for my boyfriend because he has to get the brunt of that. But, you know, you're not going to feel confident every second of every single day for the rest of your life. And if you can, that is amazing. But that's not everybody. That's not realistic. I feel like I am confident for the most part, but there are days where I'm just like, oh, today is just not my day. Nothing is going right. Nothing is coming out right. So everybody just needs to take a step back, and, you know, when somebody is saying something very rude or very disrespectful to somebody, I just think of it as like, you have a deeper problem with yourself. There's just something about you that is making you want to point out flaws in other people. And it's hard. It's hard every day. Most days I feel amazing, and some days it's just bad. So, but for the most part, I've been feeling great. I've been feeling amazing. I have acne, and it's not the end of the world. The world is not going to stop turning because little old me has acne. So I don't plan on doing anything with my acne. For anybody who asks in the future, I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly healthy. It's just a vanity. And the fact that people go through such crazy lengths to get their skin to somewhere where they feel comfortable is their journey. Not everybody has the money to go out and get Accutane or spend all of this crazy money on all of this crazy skincare. And even if I could buy all of that crazy skincare, I don't necessarily know that I would of my skin now than I did when I wasn't breaking out. So my skin probably then wasn't as healthy as it is now, I feel. So, I mean, this was an emotional video. So I'm gonna insert some clips of my skin. I just kind of want to give you guys a close-up of what it's looking like now. It's not pretty. And acne never really is. And what else can you do about it? It's just pimples. It's not the end of the world. There's some days that I do want to put on full coverage, and that's fine. And there's some days where I'm like, I'm gonna go makeup free like I did today, and it was fine. The world did not end. I was not kicked out of anywhere because I have acne. I'm sure people probably said something about it. My mom looked like she kind of wanted to say a thing or two, but it's not the end of the world. So if anybody out there has acne and they're suffering with acne, I hope that my story and my journey can kind of help you get through and get through at least one day. And I know there's people out there who feel like they can never go without makeup if they have acne. If you feel like you're not there yet, then you're not there yet. I thought that I would never be able to even leave the house without makeup on again. And I did, and I do, and it's not the end of the world. So take your time with it. There is no rush. I mean, even if there was a rush, I mean, acne doesn't go away overnight. And even when you get rid of your acne, you still have to deal with acne scarring and things like that. So it's just not like a boom, you're done. Next problem in life. So just take your time. You know, the meanest people out there, they say, are like high schoolers. So, I mean, I don't know. I know a couple high schoolers, hey Vincent, that are very sweet and very nice and very outgoing. So it was great talking to you guys. I didn't know it would turn into a little emotional video, but it did, and so be it. So just love what you have and embrace what you have, because you know, one day you're gonna look back at it and be like, damn, if it weren't for my acne, I wouldn't be where I am now. And I feel like if it weren't for my acne, I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't have wanted to start a YouTube video or YouTube, you know, channel to begin with. I might have just like looked over it. And I love where I am now in my life. I'm, you know, very happy in my relationship. I love my job. I love my dog. And I'm just very happy. Of course he wakes up when I say I love my dog. Joe! So I'll talk to you guys later, and I hope I was able to inspire somebody out there, even if it's not today, even if it's 2 years from now or 4 years from now. So you just got to take it one day at a time. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.